Welcome back to part 2 of my video on Greek chicken kebabs and veggie kebabs. So today I'm going to start with prepping the skewers with the vegetables. The vegetables I have here are a red onion, two colored bell peppers, and some yellow squash. You could use other ingredients. Squash could be replaced with zucchini if you had that on hand, for example. You could use any kind of bell pepper or sweet pepper and any variety of onion. So I'm going to put them on skewers, vegetables separate from the meat because I find that they are cooking at different times. So I like to separate them, but you could cook them on one skewer if you wanted to. I'm also going to create like a light oil drizzle on them. So it'll sort of pre-marinate them, but they don't really need to sit that much with this kind of oil on them. You could just spray them with a little bit of olive oil spray, coconut oil spray. But to give it a little bit more seasoning and a little bit more flavor, I'm going to mix into 4 tablespoons of oil some of this roasted garlic and herb seasoning. This is the McCormick brand, and it is found in most major grocery stores, but it really makes a big flavor difference. And I'm adding paprika because we have paprika in our marinade for the chicken. So kind of trying to use similar flavor combinations. Adding some salt and adding some black pepper, mixing it up. And the way I'm going to dredge it in this oil is just using a basting brush. I have left several skewers overnight in water. This prevents them from burning on an open grill, but I would recommend doing this even if you were going to grill them on broil in the oven. So now it's just a matter of stacking your vegetables one by one onto the skewer, being careful not to poke yourself. So I'm trying to put them so they kind of be flat or similar width, but depending on the shape of the vegetables, it may not always be perfect, and it doesn't have to be. So I'm just doing a squash, pepper, onion, squash, pepper, onion. This is what all the kebabs put together look like, and now I'm going to wrap them in some cellophane to leave them in the fridge until we're ready to grill these on the outdoor grill. This is the marinated chicken thighs that were in a Greek seasoning marinade overnight, and I'm going to be doing the same thing using these pre-moistened skewers to put about 5 to 6 pieces on each skewer. If the meat is not thick enough, you can always just fold it kind of in half and stick the skewer through twice so that it kind of stays on that skewer better. And this same marinade can be used on multiple types of meats. You could do the same marinade on pork, on beef, or lamb. So I have 3 full skewers full of the chicken thighs, and as I said, I'm going to be grilling these separate from the vegetables because they will have different cooking times, and also depends on where you place them on your grill. So I am going to be wrapping these relatively tightly just so that they stay moist and don't dry out until we wait to grill them for tonight's dinner. And I buy industrial size saran wrap just because I use it a lot, so that ends up being more cost effective. And I also place it on the top flat drawer of my kitchen so that I can actually pull it directly out of the drawer and set it onto a bowl or a tray without actually taking out the whole container of the saran wrap. This was the final product. The grill didn't work out. It wasn't in working order, so I actually cooked these in the oven at 450 degrees for 25 minutes, and the meat I also broiled for 5 minutes at the very end. This was a really flavorful recipe. All of the marinating really makes the meat so fragrant with the garlic and all the different spices. The freshness of the tzatziki sauce, the creaminess of it really makes the vegetables and the meat taste even that much better. And I served it with a couple of slices of naan bread. I hope you try this recipe also in the coming warm months. It's a great grilling recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and happy cooking.